Konnichiwa. Welcome. Hello. So we are going to give you a bit of a room tour to start off today's vlog. So you may notice that we are dressed in some special garb. We have both donned yukatas and we have, of course, left Disney. So we have
quite the transition.
Yeah, quite the transition. We woke up at the Disneyland Hotel this morning. We hopped on a train, just like a subway, to get from Disneyland to Tokyo Station, and then a bullet train or Shinkansen to Kyoto, and then another train to get from Kyoto Station just to essentially the suburbs. We are on Lake Biwa or Biwa. Frankly, I'm not sure how to say it, but it's an onsen town, and we're at a Ryokan, which is a traditional Japanese inn. So let's give you a room tour, and then as the video unfolds, you'll get to see more of the traditional Japanese inn experience.
Here's our room key. It's just a traditional key, so very interesting, and we will put the name of the Ryokan just on the screen here, just in case you're interested. So I will put that down and show you guys. So I'm just standing in the little entryway here. So you actually remove your shoes upon entry, and then there are these slippers that Ryan and I have. So you actually don't wear them inside the room. So I'm just gonna spin you around, make you dizzy, and remove those, and let's find Ryan.
So this is what you see immediately upon entering the room, which is really beautiful. We haven't Google translated that yet, but that circle and moon shape I think is a pretty common thing in this kind of setting. So carrying on, we'll show you there's essentially a little wet bar, I suppose we could call it, or just kitchenette area.
Yeah, some mugs there. And then over here we have
more of that.
It's funny, you actually have a Keurig machine, so there is instructions in Japanese how to use that. I'm not sure, we'll probably use that tomorrow morning, but not tonight. Actually, we had some gorgeous, well, delicious welcome tea when we first arrived. It tasted so good.
So this is probably for more of that, so we can make our own tea, which is fantastic. And then we have sort of a double sink and vanity, us and our yukatas again. Lots of really nice products here. I think that's part of the experience. They loaded up with a bunch of like a selection of nice things, because it's
I do know that the hand soap is very nice because I already used it. And then in this box there's a few different things. I won't well, maybe I can show you. The lid's a little tricky.
I can help.
So you've got a hairbrush in there, cotton set toothbrush, and a scrunchie. I'm sure they do not call it a scrunchie in Japan. And then actually on the wall here, I'd be curious to smell some of these, but there's a few different things. Something called a hair liquid, aftershave lotion, and scalp hair tonic. And then you've got some nice classic glasses there. And then essentially this note, we Google translated it. It's essentially just about protecting the lake and not using as many plastics.
Awesome.
So,
and then we have our little commode room.
Yeah, so there's art on the wall, and then I'm not sure what the purpose of this sink is, or if that's a urinal. I guess.
I think we'll just avoid it.
So, of course, bidet, toilet, fancy toilet. And then what I like about this is there's just a pair of slippers, so you actually wear those to go into the bathroom there. So let's carry on our tour here.
So now we enter the main suite, and you'll notice it's likely, if you were picturing like a Japanese style inn, this is the kind of thing that you're picturing. So the tatami mats on the floor, and this is actually how they measure the rooms in traditional Japanese inns. It might be like a 40 tatami mat sized room, or a 30 or a 50, something like that.
Interesting.
So really cool. And yeah, we could certainly make tea and sit here on the floor.
Yeah. And then over just in the corner, you probably saw that before, but we have a special mat as well where we're kind of keeping our luggage and stuff because we did, in fact, carry that all the way here.
Yeah, it was quite an undertaking.
It was.
Have just the closet, some more yukatas in different sizes.
Dark there, but yeah, and then there's a couple extra towels for us, and then actually we'll have to see if we put those on later, but it's like an overcoat for the yukata. Is that right?
I'm not sure.
Perfect. We'll take a look at that after. Oh yes, oddly it feels weird because we're in such a traditional area to have a TV. It says you can access Netflix, and then we've got this little step up here and a little table. I think there's a power bank over there. I'm not exactly sure if that's maybe that's just a flashlight. And then what are these?
I think it's sort of like the Japanese equivalent of a beanbag chair.
So
I know they're not, they're not something that we'll talk about in a moment. And then bonus, I guess this is, a fancy kind of setup, but it's one of those fancy massage chairs with all sorts of options.
let's take a look there. Wow. So you'd have to Google Translate to figure out what they all mean, but I believe that one of them translated to gentle pounding. Is that what you said, Ryan? You already tested it out.
I didn't even notice this.
Ooh. Oh, it's just a single door.
Well, no, more.
It can. Okay. That's probably what we'll want to do tonight to block out.
They might do that for us.
Okay. There we go.
I'll open at least 2 of these back up for now. That's pretty cool. And then just another sort of sitting room.
Yeah, some like little wicker chairs and a wicker couch. And then let's take a look at the view if we can. So
right on the water, and I'm not sure if this is part that feeds it, but there is an onsen here, or hot spring, so that's just a naturally occurring one, and they're all over Japan. It's sort of a big deal. People will travel to these onsens, and it's believed that different ones have different sort of healing properties, but they all have, they're naturally hot, so the water doesn't have to be heated, and like different levels of pH, different levels of alkaline, all that sort of thing.
Very cool. And then I guess coming into this next room, we maybe have a bit of a mess here, but here we are again.
Yeah, so I guess this isn't where we brush our teeth, but this is more where you do your before and after shower kind of stuff.
Yeah, so
we have like the sink, the double vanity at the front.
Yeah, so there's a hairdryer and a curler, and then we actually have our towels just out here because we have used the onsen already.
Yeah, so we'll have to cut over because we don't want to go out there in our socks, but we'll show you the onsen in a bit. So it's pretty cool that we actually have a private one on our balcony. That's really special. So it pipes in the hot spring water, and we can just use that, and we already have before donning our yukatas. So more to come on that. So the one thing that you may be missing from this room tour is the bed.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so we'll show you that when that gets set up, but to give a bit of a spoiler alert, we'll go down for dinner, and I imagine at that time, because we already had to establish what our dinner time will be, they'll come in the room, the table and chairs will get packed away, maybe in one of those sort of bonus spaces that we're not sure about, and it won't be those beanbag chair-like things.
Thank goodness, because...
But they'll be proper mattresses set up for us, so we will be sort of sleeping on the floor traditional style. So we'll show you that when it gets turned down and set up.
and we can tell you about that in a little bit, but let's just check out if our bed is ready. So
yes.
come on in.
It's so exciting with these pocket doors all over. I didn't even notice this one when we originally came in.
Ooh, so there it is. So 2 tatami mattresses. And
just like Disney, Japan just does not really want us to sleep together.
yeah, nice big feathery duvet or comforter. I don't know the proper term, I guess, for this. And 2 pillows. The pillows feel actually, I guess it's just one folded.
Interesting.
So you can have it a little bit higher or lower, but they're kind of beanbaggy. So that is very interesting. We'll see how we sleep tonight.
The custom with Japanese and I think a lot of Asian beds are that they're quite firm, the mattresses, and we've experienced that. This may actually be the softest of all.
Yes, it is soft, but also it's on the hard floor, so
we'll see.
We'll see.
And yeah, the table and chairs did not disappear, but it was pulled over, evidently, out of the way. And again, the pocket or sliding doors there, sort of that cool screen, was closed. But we're gonna open it because we're gonna have a little late night onsen. But before that,
yeah, here I can show you this actually. So dinner. You guys will not know what this says. Maybe you will, but this is our menu. So maybe you just want to turn the camera around on both of us, and we'll talk about it for a second. Yeah, so the dinner, what did you think?
I liked the experience. It's very unique. It's uniquely Japanese. So it's a kaiseki dinner, and that's a very sort of a traditional, customary kind of thing to do when you're staying at a ryokan or a Japanese inn. We were just talking about this, but I think there's sort of 3 core elements to that experience. There's the like sleeping on the floor, so the tatami mat part of it.
Check.
There's the onsen or hot spring or public bath part of it. Also check.
Yeah.
We've done that before we got in our yukatas. And there's the multi-course dinner.
Yes.
Check.
So would I do it again? Probably not, but it was very interesting to try all the different foods. So we kind of started with, there was some seasonal appetizers, it was some fish and some
there was
veggie
some
stuff.
sashimi, which I loved. There was some fish as well, you're right, with the appetizers. So I guess it actually started with some sort of lemon liqueur, like a bit of a palate cleanser. And then, as you said, the even the appetizer had like 3 different dishes, then some sashimi, which was great, and then we got into like a grilled dish and a
steamed
dish.
To be honest, I don't know what 90% of what we ate was, but
yeah. So the main course was the shabu beef, and that sort of means like swish. So it's like a hot pot kind of thing. You cook it yourself. It's extremely marbled, so it's like that, Japanese Kobe Wagyu beef kind of idea. And apparently the heat melts away the fat, so it's not even that bad for you, but it was super tasty.
And I guess that was water that we cooked it in and not oil.
Well, it was like a broth.
Oh, okay.
Essentially.
Okay. Yeah. So that was really good. And then finished it off with some pickles.
And
we think
rice and miso soup came like after the beef. And then dessert, and even dessert had 3 different plates. So we were sort of joking. I feel bad for whoever had to do the dishes, because we probably dirtied like 50 different plates each easily. I had sake as well, and a beer, like a local sort of craft brew, and I think that's so cool that they have that here. But yeah, I think of all the things that I tried, I probably really liked like 70% of it, which I was pretty happy with. And I'm just happy we got to, just try it out and have the experience together.
Yeah, it was a cool experience. So yeah, so we're just gonna go explore a bit without you guys, probably. And yeah,
Yeah, let's go. Okay, good morning, guys. Laura and I had a nice little sleepover last night. That's sort of what it felt like, sleeping on the floor on the tatami mattresses. What did you think?
Yeah, the mattresses on the floor were more comfortable than I expected. I slept most of the night pretty well, so yeah, I feel good and rested and ready to carry on with our Japan adventure. So yeah, currently we're going to check out. It's about nine. It's just after 9, about 9:15.
Yep.
So we're hoping to check out and catch the shuttle. But that's gonna do it for today's video. So hopefully you guys enjoyed. Yeah,
Tune
overall,
in for the next one.
overall, I think we had a good time. It was nice to relax and just kind of take a breather for a bit. And it was kind of perfect because yesterday was quite rainy. So actually we never, like we were outside a bit in the air, but like everywhere we went, we were under covered areas. So it was kind of like a perfect...
It was vibey in a good way.
Yeah, it was a perfect day to have this stay and kind of relax and reset. But yeah, we're going to check out and we're going to head to Kyoto. So hope you guys enjoyed and we'll see you guys in the next one.